Host Eric here, host talking with famous people, and I want to read through these chat things that I didn't read during the episode that was about self-development because I didn't realize they were happening because I'm dumb about the chat as usual. So, but I want to read these. What is the goal of understanding MBTI, how you've utilized it, yada, yada, yada. Okay, so the physical realm is a strange one to us INFPs. At least for me, I'm not aware of it often. And I'll tell you, INFP, whimsical Kit Kats, I have the same response to it myself. I feel very detached from the physical environment a lot, and I have to remember what's right in front of me. I have to remember to pay attention to what's right in front of me. As I've been doing the last few days, I've been paying a lot of attention to my Compton and my Dixie, my dog and my cat, giving them a lot of direct physical affection. And okay, I've been humping them. No, I'm joking. I've been petting them a lot and stuff, and it's been really good for me. It's been really satisfying, and it's sort of opened up the world in front of me a little bit. So if you have a dog or a cat, whimsical Kit Kats, may I suggest that petting your dog and cat is a good way to enter the physical realm a little bit more. Eric's biggest critic Barry says, it has helped me understand how to approach people. If I can understand their lead function or quadrant or whatever, allows me to know what they will be interested in, why they might get insulted, how there are different forms of intelligence in a given situation. I can understand what type of information they are likely to focus on, how they will make judgments, how I can help appropriately people that I should focus on for self-development, etc., etc. So for Barry, then, he's talking about impacts that relate to his understanding of other people. And a quote from your ESTJ. It highlights inherent weaknesses in myself and everyone else, providing a spooky existential crisis. If I want to have their unique complement of skills, I would have to sacrifice those that I provide. It's like a dilemma. So you're prenatal, yet you have the choice of functions you want. You discover that all the pieces interact differently. Not all are complementary, will not fit. And each grouping brings together different aggregate functions, characteristics, skills, weaknesses, philosophies. How can you choose one over another? None are distinctly or inherently better, and each experiences everything differently and manifests different philosophy styles. Well, I think that's a good assessment of things. I think that's good. And then Whimsical Kit Kat says, women's, am I right? Taylor has some TE in him, right? It has allowed me to not worry about being good at everything. Summary from quote above. That's a good summary right there. Not worrying about being good at everything is a worthwhile thing to not worry about. I do think there's a flip side that says, to a certain extent, one can excuse oneself and say, well, I'm bad at that, when one really has the potential to be good at something. But that's not necessarily a bad thing, because it helps to have some sort of public and established shortcomings for a variety of reasons. All right, let's see. LC says, I walked into MBTI by accident. I'm still really new to it, so I can't say much yet, except how excited I am to learn something new. I'm more interested in learning about other people than myself, and feel like if I understand other people better, I can figure out who I am and how I am, because I am noticing a general blind spot there. I am recovering from past trauma, so self-development-wise, I think I have a long way to go and have underdeveloped everything, can't exactly define what it is. I've been struggling to redefine what people are and how they relate to me since that time without thinking back to the past events. I'm sitting back and watching mostly at the moment. Maybe I'll join in later. I guess I'm kind of skeptical of people and only just realizing that not everyone is exactly the same as past persecutors. So I guess I am working on emotional issues. Sorry, long text. No, that's great, Elsie. I think you're gone already. But if you are still here, then, and if you watch this video, oh, she's still here. What can I say? Take your time, relax, and you can know that you're in a safe place here with me, at least, because I'm not interested in seeing anybody be anything but happy, joyous, and free, as they say in Alcoholics Anonymous. So, I wish you all the best with that. And let's proceed on down this chat thing here and see what else is here. And not feel so wrong about how I am and the way I see things. Well, this is I think that's normal for INFP in particular, that you're going to feel like that the society is not validating your nature very, very seriously as a general rule. Society doesn't necessarily value what the INFP brings to the table as overtly as it values some other functions. So I think it's important for you to understand that to the extent that society doesn't overtly value it, it's not because it's not overtly valuable. It's because people value really outcome-oriented things in general in the society and in the world in general today, I think. Not taking things so personally, getting my feelings hurt. That's INFP. That's the INFP struggle right there a little bit. It will go on for years and years. I don't think it's going to go on for years and years. I think it's ending soon. Oh, I've got all sorts of secret ninjutsu moves. Are you kidding me? Yeah, I can't tell you about another secret. Jumping, karate chop, followed by... How did you know? Barry, have you been reading my diary? It is jumping, karate chop, followed by combat roll, followed by low uppercut. It's perfect. I've got a walking stick with flames on it. I wish I did. I wish I had a cape with flames on it. I don't want to walk in the wall. Okay, so at this point, I don't think it's any longer about self-development. Elsie mentions that she cries a lot if somebody else's pet dies. Well, yeah, that's some FE there, or maybe it's FI. I'm not sure.
It's negative FI.
Negative FI. Okay, thank you, Mega Bro. Negative FI is saying I'm gonna cry because your pet died.
It's FI recognizes that it's a mammal that's hurt.
Oh, okay.
I mean, the negative part recognizes it's hurt.
And so it would be FE if she cried because I'm crying because my pet died, right?
Actually, that would be positive SI. It would be like accidentally copying your behavior. It'd be FE if she was trying to console you.
Oh, okay. That's such a good distinction. Wow. Mega Bro, you got some good stuff in you, I tell you, man. That's really good. That's really good. I would never have been able to make that distinction, and now it makes a lot more sense like that, right? SI, it's a positive SI thing. I'm copying you, sort of unavoidably, and it's not because I'm not trying to modify your perceptions of me when I'm doing that. It's reflexive, so that makes perfect sense. Okay, so Elsie is indicating that she's thinking she's blind to her own emotions but perceptive of other people's emotions. Do you think you're an FE Dom? That would make sense if that were your ignoring function, if FI were your ignoring function. Do you know what type you think you are, Elsie? Okay. Well, Elsie, if you are an extroverted feeler as a dominant function, then you go through life like my friend Abraham, noticing in restaurants when somebody's sitting alone and feeling bad for them. That's one thing. That's one sort of quality of an extroverted feeler. Regardless, I think this concludes this fun episode. I enjoyed this episode of going through the chat and reading out loud some of what was said here. It's quite active in the chat, and I don't usually notice it because it doesn't scroll automatically for me. I mean, it does if I have it open all the way, I guess. Alright. Thanks for watching.